last. Halt there. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you. What? Spare me your technical argot and hop...
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you there? Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
I was under the impression that you had eliminated the cultists in Newton. But I suppose it is not utterly beyond the realm of possibility. Yes! Excellent! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's some... Yes. I've informed the I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think...
Ah, when you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. If you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Auntie's choice. So this is our last and only chance. Fair.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Yes, by all reports it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin. He is, at that. I consider him however, there's something of even... It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But the right course off... I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider. Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition. If a true the odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation. Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. My time is yours, for the moment. Oh, the laureate count. In reality, I was recommended for I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me... Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation? It saddens me to see the garden so... May you... The plan is always in motion. Their interpretation of the data was at... Oh, The plan is always in motion.
People are gonna start to talk. There, was there anything else you wish to discuss?
You bring a cultist into my presence? I was under the impression that you had eliminated the cultist in Newton. But don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. I'm sure.
If you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Auntie's choice. So this is our last and only chance. But why? You've already gone to so much effort, and this is surely even in the.
For so now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality. Now I am Ruth Bassar. Third, you're confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the. However, it's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's guard. I agree. I once believed the risks of a negative outcome were acceptably low, justifying the pursuit of a peaceful resolution. But now, let us move on from this discussion. The archive. Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, and so it may, until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. Charmingly, but this trooper shows unexpected sagacity for one of her organization. The rest of Auntie's choice will not be so amenable. Are you prepared to accept these consequences? It will be Let us now discuss the particulars of what will be required to reclaim the archive. Fortunately, I have given this some thought, and already. First, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, and perhaps at some later the Calcaduceus grants special acts. Take once inside. It may be possible to divert. Nothing more is writ on my chalkboard at the moment. Such sensible. In anticipation of occupation, I ordered supplies installed in hidden caches around the archive.
Ah, Precisely. I was informed to expect you here and now by presiding. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces to your intended assault on the predicted random elements. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces to your intended... Oh, our scheduled reinforcements should be here in no time. I'm sure they'll arrive at the most optimal moment.
Out of sight and on the way. Happy to help. This...
Fully cleaned out, Commander.
Got my lamps on a hot. Aggressive and ready. Enemy in evisceration range.
Disorderly conduct.
I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the Archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Do these Order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math charts and chalkboards and how many appetite does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
Fully cleaned out, Commander.
We see you've been meeting with Fire. Our arrival is scheduled for the optimum moment.
Whatever your unwary.
We're meant to
Well deserved.
Protectorate got this locked up tight.
but we can unseal it somewhere by the archive's entrance, if I recall.
We repel invasive elements.
For perfection. Yeah. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted intellect. I never questioned.
We got company, Commander. And friendly
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Remember, it's...
Quiet now. Might have a problem.
Gray gone astray? On a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler. The console. The system abides. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Subject lacking appropriate seal. Report them for mental refreshment post haste.
It is impossible when the mind is within its symmetry.
Distracted, daydreaming on the job. Mental refreshment centers are here. Don't risk falling prey.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Yeah.
Stranded on a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Starring noted self-taught survival expert, myself. Hoyt Schermerhorn.
name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up.
All time.
Got my lamps on a hot. Aggressors in range.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to embrace my imperfections. Figures. But that component couldn't have gone far.
We have possession of the lift and are ready to lend assistance to you, Agent. Awaiting the all clear. Executing primary operation. Now!
Border troops incoming. Think they know how to turn their
Destroyed. Killing time.
where the math happens. Impressive.
What was in the... Oh, will this gastric nightmare never...
No need for violence. I still have trouble saying that. If you have... I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you. No. Capitulation, I can stomach. Collusion, I cannot. I refuse to assist you more. I would know. Here, you are now operator of the archive. Congratulations. Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Colonizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Ark. I am EUENIAC, the universal equation with the aid of my operator. I, effectively, my job to maximize the needs of our society above others. To attract the most consumers.
Well, that ain't...
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform an impressive accumulation of rift data.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who...
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal... What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued to perform...
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Anti's Choice operators. I am afraid that I am on Colt's repair...
Why is that optional?
Our continued existence should be a paramount... It is an archival area, the sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation. It is difficult to accurate attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priority.
Unless we're looking to upset the Order, it'd be better to restore what's broken with this thing than to cause more damage. Though definitely not as fun.
Inverting targeting protocol, any Protectorate still on the ground level is now being fired upon. Permissions within other areas were...
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Or not
stay out of
protected,
there.
at least.
Stop! You're wanted for crimes against...
Commander, if you'd like to have me handle this, I'm more than able.
Everything seems...
Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? Why? It's now for more than a month. Hundreds of us have already perished within these frigid walls. You're what? How? Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our you'll want. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to. Watch yourself.
Sure, they're friendly now.
My scouts are... Which I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse. You took the archive? On your own? My name is Provost Finch, and I've been appointed... Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then, the Protectorate locked the lifts. With no escape, we would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here. Over a month. And we made peace about a week later. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. As they began to lose ground, the Protectorate garrisoned automechs, flipped the switch, retreated into the foundational buildings. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances...
Of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being if my bag's not shaped. Not shaped clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water just to cure your wound?
Of course not.
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-stress field is present.
manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Need a fuse to work this valve. Can't have gone far. switch on the system. Damn, that's a bad day right there.
Is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spire.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
Bodies up ahead. Suggest we take a moment. Before running in and joining them.
Dismember!
more efficient way of cooling a Computronic system than building it out of an ice balloon. Wonder if putting it in orbit would work.
Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees. You what? On your own. Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? Wow.
Keeping busy. Wait! Do not shoot! It's not one of ours. Or Auntie's, but also surely not Protectorate.
The lifts are once again working. As soon as we... It is good to see you again, my friend. But if you'll excuse me, we have much to accomplish. As quickly as possible. So we can return.
These folk built a giant computer taking up a whole moon, but without destroying the climate or its fauna. reckon Auntie could learn a thing or two.
You've returned. Please tell me you bring promising news. That is absolutely the...
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage without the information.
This didn't happen naturally. These poor fools were flash frozen somehow.
Trust the plan.
What?
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a...
This didn't happen naturally. These poor fools were flash frozen somehow.
Aggressors in range.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed to my wits, and with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system. Transmute every person on the outside of a pressure
Commander, that was cold-blooded. Get it? Cold-blooded?
Though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel, confess my transgressions, and accept retribution, and I'll do so soon. I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
And just how exactly are we supposed to get that thing moving again?
Prudence dictates we route
Aggressor at hand.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at
position. Initialize the final transfer command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and yet, rather quickly, I found myself acclimating to the situation and resumed what had been my normal nature with the now auto contriver house. Given her always frigid demeanor, her disposition is no frostier today than it was before the incident. And, refreshingly, I can now finish my anecdotes without interruption. Frankly, Victorian slumber makes her a better companion now than she ever was thought. And I relish the thought of continuing our flourishing relationship in this new state.
The storage brick is on its way.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Evidence dictates we repel.
For all their purported immaculate, they certainly left our illustrious ally. We do forget you'll have the Junior Seer Amaryllis to inside.
Felicitations on securing the archive. Moving forward, in the meantime, restoring the archive to full functionality remains a top priority. Wonderful! Were we to operate the archive without proper heat distribution, the results would be disaster. Punch processing and reactor control have hidden caches with useful items as well. Although, well argued. Very well. I'm certain you will simply use this phrase in the terminal on the archive's top floor. Enumerative exaltation. That will return.
Cold storage is operational. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to
process.
Your call, Commander. Either we head to the reactor or the punch card processor.
You've got a job to do.
Odds of success decrease exponentially the longer you stand here.
Enough fruitless lollygagging.
Return when all required tasks have been completed.
down there.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The protectorate bunker. Bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology. A creative reactor fire suppression system online. Reactor turret defenses online. Reactor reinforcement door sealed. Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed. Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
Don't reckon this bunker mech will kindly... invite us this in for tea.
Things I'm about to do!
The Order weren't capable of much more than sitting at a desk and calculating all day. To build this really cramps the mind to think of ways to
The Archive reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and disseminate the Rift processing instructions.
One data brick coming up.
Crafts back in business.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the Rift processing instructions.
Nope. We ain't climbing down. Maybe this could act as a lift to get things moving.
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the Rift data further. Welcome back, Sarah. Make the paradigm real and fashion workarounds failing.
Nothing inherently bad about having shifting priorities if you're human. But I suppose if this lump of wires is gonna work right, we need to choose one and stick with it.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate.
Think that's our cue to go inside.
Radical divergences from the Architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. A perfect community with every luxury save freedom. Overt influence, mindless indulgence, thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependence. Promote the informer. Condemn the question. Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously, unplanned variables increasing. Major. Stop and consider. What would your name? Why? You don't want your rivals. Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of. Hold on now. Remember, I am a fool. Stop now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. You drive a hard bargain.
All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say, partners?
Well, did it work or didn't it?
To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then... Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Ueniac is feeling more like itself now. We got some Rift data to process.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. Seeing as how my priorities are largely modeled after a founder of the Order, I expect returning to their supervision should resume without undue vexation or worry. Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental rift, assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization, and will be unavailable for an unspecified... The remaining display case within the entryway is now in...
I think congratulations are in order. Unless I'm mistaken, now it's time to honor your end of our agreement and transfer stewardship of the archive into the Order's most. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet you. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating
Yes, this will...
Well, we came and we saw what we needed to. No point loitering if we got the data we're after. Should we head back to the ship? Good.
Go forth as was determined. And may the plan guide you.
You were the missing variable we needed. We're one step.
The Protectorate never respected us. This is merely the latest.
Reroute all destructive influences.
We're back in control of the archive. You're up Directorate Agent
Request your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter. A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a brief